Amazon.com. Order yours today.
Welcome back to Real Food. I'm here with Steve from Natural Market, and also joining me now is Frank Carretta and Cody Hoyt, who are two trainers here on Long Island, and they can't take credit for training me, but you're at the gym I go to. You guys train at the gym, and you're kind of my host at the gym, Frank. I know you for a few years now, at least. Yeah. And Cody, I've seen you around the gym too for a while, so thanks for being with us too.
Thanks for having us.
So is this a beautiful dish or what, huh?
Looks amazing.
Nice way to kind of get things going. You did a nice job there.
Oh, thank you so much.
Really, really beautiful. Before we get started on the second dish, because I know you're making a wonderful dessert, I see one of my favorite things on earth here, beautiful figs, which I absolutely love. I want to talk a little bit about working out and just exercising, because both of you guys obviously in tip-top shape. And about 3.5 years ago, 4 years ago, I joined a gym, and I go, here or someplace. I have two gyms that I belong to. I go like 4 to 6 days a week, depending on how my life is. And I find that for me, and again, look at me, but at the same time, the health that I have felt just from exercising those days is unbelievable. The amount of energy, the amount of my standing pulse has gone down dramatically just by doing these simple things that I do when I go to the gym. Like, is exercise something everybody can do, Frank, or what?
It's something that you really just need to incorporate. If it's 20 minutes a day, a half hour a day, and no one says you have to do 6-7 days a week, but even if it's like 3 to 4 times a week,
sure,
just really getting in walking around, any bit of cardiovascular, and then eventually incorporating some strength training. Because one thing we unfortunately lose as we're getting older is lean muscle.
Sure.
So that's something we really need to focus on. It's very important.
And we'll talk more specifically about what people can do. Cody, you work with kids too, right?
Yes, I do.
And I mean, what got you interested in, first of all, caring for your body like that too? Because I see you working out at the gym a lot too. Like, what got you into that?
For me, it was mainly sports. Playing sports all my life growing up. Played throughout college, several different sports, and then just that kind of mindset like that, and just caring for my body, incorporating the healthy eating. All the stuff outside of just the working out too.
Now, is it tough with kids today to try to get them to remain healthy like that?
I think it is. Kind of more technology too. More kids are seen staying inside, maybe playing video games and stuff like that.
Right?
Yep, exactly. So try to get them to encourage them to go outside and just run around with your friends. Remember, growing up, we're always outside playing football, soccer.
Yeah. That was
so trying to just encourage them and not only also educate them on the importance of staying physically active and including a healthy lifestyle outside of school and stuff like that.
It's a great thing for people to see that this is something for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, what sport you play. If you play sports, this is something we can all do,
Absolutely.
Steve, speaking of what we can all do, how about like this dessert? Now, what are you going to be making?
Basically, I'm going to be making black roasted figs with mandarin orange, bourbon sauce.
Isn't that something? That sounds terrific, too. Now, these figs, can you talk a little bit about that? I mean, figs are in season a couple of times a year, right?
Yes, they are, but right now in the summer, they're in season from June till September.
Right. And
these are Californian black figs. You can also get the green variety as well. Figs are very high in potassium. I know a lot of people talk about bananas, but ounce for ounce, a fig has more potassium.
And I just love them. I can't get enough of them. Let me move this out of the way. You guys, you can actually try this if you're brave, all right?
Absolutely.
Because it's beautiful, but you can also try it, too. You're allowed to eat it, right?
Of course.
You're good to eat it.
I guess.
I'll give you some water, too. So now, picking out good figs, Steve?
They want to be firm, but they want to be ripe as well.
Yeah.
But figs are highly perishable, so always keep them refrigerated.
They need to stay refrigerated, right?
Definitely.
Can I give you a fig trick? I don't know if you do this trick. I freeze them. Believe it or not, I wrap them in plastic and I freeze them. And like in the dead of winter, you can fool somebody and say, where did you get these figs?
That's actually very smart. Actually, when I make sauces, I like to freeze them in freezable containers. Yeah, of course. Yeah. And put labels and dates on them, because when you're cooking something, most of us nowadays don't have time, especially if you have young ones.
True.
And you just want to take it out of the freezer and just cook it.
And then you can have it whatever you like, which is nice.
Exactly.
Wait till you see the inside of this fig, everybody at home. It's unbelievable.
So basically,
so beautiful.
What you want to do is make an incision, or 3, into the fig, but not all the way down, about halfway, because when you start roasting them, they'll start to open up.
They'll open up beautifully,
so
right?
You just want to cut off the tips. Be careful with the knife.
And again, you do it, so it's great.
Of course.
And the pink on the inside of these figs is absolutely amazing. And again, in my tradition, in like an Italian tradition, that's where I kind of grew up in. Figs were in everybody's backyard. Still, if you live in Queens or Flushing or anywhere around the tri-state area, if you're watching right now, a lot of Italian people have fig trees in their backyards, and they care for them in the wintertime. They wrap them in tar paper and plastic and all of these crazy things, so that they get this wonderful fruit every year. And of course, figs go right back to the Bible, as you well know.
Yes, of course.
They've been around a long time, so they're delicious fruit, and as you're telling me, high in potassium, which is good to hear.
Yes.
And actually, figs, they're high in fiber as well. So if you want to lose weight, you should always think about eating foods that are high in fiber.
High in fiber, sure.
So what I'm going to do now is put this on a sheet pan.
And then you're going to get that ready for the oven, right?
Yes.
What do you guys think? Did you try it?
Very good.
Very good,
Very
right?
good.
Excellent. Now, Frank, you live in like this Italian house, Frank. Like you grew up in Elmont, right?
Yep.
And you have all the traditional pasta and all of the meatballs and like some.
Sunday.
I mean, I remember one time I'm leaving the gym. I just get done working out. You're like, hey, come over here for a while, and they give me a bag of meatballs to take home. It was really a good gym membership. I love this membership. Well, how do you work it out? How do you work it out in your life?
It's finding balance, like anything else. Balance in yourself, your faith,
Sure.
your lifestyle, and it all comes together. And really, and that's probably one of the biggest challenges that everyone has, finding the time. And it all really takes a little bit of preparation.
To balance it all out, right? And that's true. I find that in you, that you're a very balanced guy and kind of a calm. Are you like that too, Cody? Kind of.
Absolutely,
That's
yeah.
how it kind of came about, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting too, like balancing it all out. You grew up in Babylon?
I grew up in Babylon, yeah.
St. Joseph's Parish, right?
Yep. Still living there now.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's good. So you're local. All right. So what happened when I blinked my eyes here?
So basically,
a lot of things have occurred.
What we did
The
was,
figs are gone. First of all,
yes,
what do you do with my figs?
they are in the oven. We
Oh, you
preheated
put
the oven
Okay.
to 400 degrees. That's usually 400 degrees of convection, but if it's a conventional oven, it should be about 425, 450.
Okay.
We preheated it. We put it on a sheet pan, and we're using agave syrup because
Okay. Now you got to tell me the story of this.
agave, it's delicious. I mean, most people like to use honey for figs, but I feel that honey has an aftertaste. It does. But agave doesn't have an aftertaste.
Now, what exactly is agave though?
It's from the agave plant, and it's very sweet. It's used as a sweetener. You can use for baking or for sauces. It's very light as well.
Wow, that's interesting, and it's really like 100% what it is. It just says agave. It's not like it's a replacement in a sense for sugar, right?
Exactly.
That's something. Do you guys ever hear about agave? Yeah, no, I don't know. I'll have to see. I'm gonna have to learn more about agave. Yeah, this sounds interesting. So now, what did you put? You have some mandarin oranges?
Yes. I took some mandarin oranges. I put it in a saute pan. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar.
Okay.
Just let this cook off a little bit.
And it's going to become a syrup ultimately, right?
Basically, yes.
A nice rich syrup. That's great.
While that's cooking, that takes about 20 minutes.
Okay.
So just to keep your eye on it.
Yeah.
And, when you're working with the oven, you should always, or anywhere in the kitchen, just assume everything is hot. So
Right.
be careful when you open the oven.
And touching things.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have the scars to prove that I haven't done that, so I completely understand that. What about just like a brief, like somebody's watching on TV right now, something that they can do, just that helps them, the little things that add up to make something good. We can do it in the food department. Little things add up, right? Make a big difference. How about in the exercise stretching world?
Very important, very important. Anytime you, of course, for those of us have the ability to make it to the gym, take 2 minutes, 5 minutes to take a little pre-stretch before, warm up the body, do a little warm-up on the cardio, and then do your exercises, and then follow up with a 20-minute workout on the cardio afterwards.
I always find the little things too, like for me, parking my car far away from the entrance.
Yes, exactly.
You know, to wherever I'm going. So that at least I'm walking a little bit more, like to try to build up the steps during the day, because even that in itself is a help, right? Do you think?
Absolutely. And I think another thing you do too at the gym is always watch what other people are doing and not be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
If you see someone doing exercise, maybe go up and ask them, hey, what is that exercise you're doing? What is it working out? Can you kind of maybe even show me a little bit? I know at our gym we're always open to people coming and asking us questions.
That's a great point Cody made. And we try to build that atmosphere that everyone's welcome.
Yeah.
And there are some places that are intimidating.
Yeah.
So we like to have that atmosphere.
And that's why I'm not out of the gyms, because of that too. Because if I'm around you guys only, I'm going to be intimidated because I'm not that, you know. But at the same time, like God created me, He gave me different gifts, but I got to take care of what He gave me. So that's kind of. But I feel very comfortable there because there's every angle is covered at that gym. You know, it's synergy, so it's a good thing.
Thank you.
Works out. All right, sorry, Steve. I know you're waiting for me. So what do you get? Something magical there coming in. I can tell right off the bat.
Well, basically what I did was I took some of the bourbon and I put it into a saute pan. But anytime you're working with alcohol, you have to take the pan off the fire.
Oh, okay.
Because you'll damage your hood. I mean, it's just not a good experience.
Yeah.
So just take it off the fire and then put it in. And I'm just reducing it a little bit. Now what I have here is water and cornstarch. Cornstarch is a thickener. You can use arrowroot powder. Arrowroot powder doesn't have a flavor. It's a little bit more expensive. But if you cook off the cornstarch, you won't have any flavor.
No flavor anyway. So that'll go, and that'll thicken up that whole sauce very quickly, right?
Now, as you're adding this, it's very important to stir so it doesn't clump.
there you go.
And just add a little at a time, because what's going to happen is the heat will kind of thicken it up as it gets hotter.
Oh,
as you
look
can
at it
see.
happening right before our very eyes there. That's
Yeah, it
incredible.
looks like
yeah?
a syrup.
You actually are an excellent chef. That's perfect. Yeah, well done. I mean, I can see that right away. It came right to the consistency you were looking for,
Yes.
right? Now, are our figs are just about ready to come out? I mean, I know we fast forwarded. You put some in earlier, right?
Yes, I did. Take a look.
Let's take a look at what they look like when they come out. Just watch your hands and get a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah. These look like they're done, actually. Perfect. This is what the outcome looks like. They've
Okay.
softened up, they've roasted. So now what we want to do is, when we plate this, I like to serve this with ice cream, especially in the summer, because it's refreshing.
Sure.
You could use vanilla, chocolate, whichever flavor you like.
I think I'd like to try it with ice cream, too.
Yeah,
Anything else
definitely.
for us,
I think I've got some vanilla.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, this will be ready. We got more with Frank, with Cody, we got more with Steve. Plenty more to come on Real Food. Don't go anywhere.